Hello everyone, what's going on? Greetings and thank you for revisiting the Crypto Blitz. Here's where you can satisfy your craving for cryptography. I am Ripple Van Winkle and I am the one in charge of you. To everyone, I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Monday has here and we couldn't be happier that the week is almost gone. Last night, the Knicks played a terrible game. They would have been able to make it to the finals if they had been able to maintain their fitness. Approximately 4 people were lost. During the most recent game, Brunson suffered a broken hand and was forced to abandon the game in the hopes of making some significant moves during the summer. But the Rangers are still playing in the National Hockey League. Wednesday is the day of their first game. Regarding that particular show, I am looking forward to it. There are some cons out there and we are going to tell you about them. Protect oneself from harm. Now, what is the point of having XRP? Crypto Weary has joined the debate. You ought to pay attention to what he has to say. After that, we will discuss inBridge in more detail. The inBridge Ripple project is what exactly is it? Can we expect them to use XRP? The top 3 coins to keep an eye on this week are going to be discussed. Additionally, we are going to distribute it in addition to the BRICS and digital assets that the people at the finish line have. It is going to be crammed into our faces. Let's get started. So take a seat and relax for a moment. There are 67,171 Bitcoins. In the past 24 hours, it has had a decrease of 0.2%. The price of Ethereum is $3,102. Currently, it is 0.03% lower. Certainly, this is an excellent summary. There is a good chance that you will not enjoy it. At their respective dollar pegs, XRP is the point where USDT and USDCC meet. Despite having a mean lead of 51 cents, it has experienced a decline of 1.18%. This is Solana. That's not a bad deal at all. 178,012 cents. Please keep in mind that we will discuss that topic a little bit later on in this program. I should not have said every 2 rows of Star Wars Lux Lions, my shit. I should have said every 2 rows. Due to the fact that we are now testing physical digital stuff, we still have 3 t-shirts available for purchase. When you purchase 2 NFTs, you will receive a t-shirt. You will receive a hoodie melt featuring a design from Lux Lines that will be delivered to your home by the crew affiliated with Lux Lines. Nevertheless, there are only 3 of each remaining, and that is the end of it. Despite the fact that we are still working things out before the shop opens, now is the time to get your NFT if you haven't already done so. It was James Rue who reported this to the public. This is something that you might have seen on YouTube or in other places in recent times. If you observe it moving around, you should avoid getting close to it. All right, this is a hoax. At this point, artificial intelligence is so very good at being terrifying. Nevertheless, this will attract a great number of new people. There is no one who will ever give you XRP back. In no circumstance will you be required to link your wallet. No one will ever tell you that if you give them an additional 1,000 PDA, they will give you another 1,000 back on top of that. Swindlers are the ones in question. Could you kindly assist us? We are so close to crossing the finish line. I do not wish to interact with anyone. Take a restraint. You should not give in to this kind of con. The folks who are out there are very terrible. They have no reactions or feelings. As a result of the fact that they are not experiencing any emotions, they will take your XRP without any reservations. The Bitcoin coverage triangle method is favored by a research business due to the fact that it has the potential to increase the portfolio yield by 17%. It has been suggested by 10x, a research firm, that individuals who possess Bitcoin should implement the option strategy in order to increase the yield of their portfolio by 15%. The findings of a study conducted by 10x indicate that it is possible to generate a return of 17% by selling Bitcoin linked call and put options that are non-performing while simultaneously holding the cryptocurrency in the spot market. This tactic is referred to as the coverage triangle strategy. Focus your attention on that. Getting active is something you should consider doing if this brings you joy. I can't keep up with that pace at all. I'm planning to keep this for myself and then offer it for sale when the Tim is right. This is a very good conversation that she had with you, Crypto Weary. Now, what is the point of having XRP? This is going to be good and I'm going to retweet it. Mostly due to the fact that there are individuals who move money who charge 20% in fees for sending money across borders in Africa. On this, she was working alongside Jake Lee from Uppercent. And watch out for this. My main residence is in Tokyo. I know how vital it is to be able to use the digital asset XRP to move money and value in as little as 2 to 3 to 5 seconds. This is because I have personally experienced the difficulties that come with moving money over international boundaries. Keeping that sore spot in mind, I believe that it is still very necessary, particularly for all of the foreign workers all over the world who have left their homes and are now working in areas W. Here they are required to pay money back to their families on a monthly basis. This continues to be a very significant source of anxiety. Certain regions of the planet are home to they continue to be charged exorbitant sums of money by transmitters, an amount that can range anywhere from 7% to 20% in certain regions of Africa. Therefore, this is simply about providing everyone with an answer that is fair, which XRP is going to continue to provide. That is very significant. That is exactly right. Pay heed. She is absolutely correct. In the recent past, I appeared on a live show. If you missed it, you should go catch it with Jay. Those who are not from the United States do not really understand who I am, but my camera was turned on and I appeared to be neat and tidy. When we use a delivery service such as Money, MoneyGram, or Western Union to send money to someone, they tell us, hey, it's going to cost $25. The only thing we do is stare at it. We don't pay much attention to it. However, a person in Thailand or Singapore could be paid between $20 and $25 to work for the entire day. However, they do not make nearly as much as we do here. Consequently, when that cost is reduced, it does produce a noticeable change. Until you experience it yourself, I don't believe. B, you have a complete comprehension of how money is transferred across international borders. To be a winning team, it is necessary for all of the parts to be in the right location. Ripple is a strong and successful team. You can see who is present here. This is the James Wallace of yesteryear. I will make it more in size. As a vice president of Ripple, he provides his services, performed a novel action for the BIs. Let me tell you something, I'm not going to play the entire thing. Just listen to a couple of it. The inbridge project has made some headway in recent times. First, let's go over the definition of Project inbridge once more. When you want to move money across international boundaries in an instant, you can utilize CBDC, particularly sales CBDC, particularly wholesale CBDC, which is issued by central banks that are part of the shared payment system. Following the presentation of the panelists, I found myself in agreement with a number of the concepts that they discussed. These concepts include bulk CBDC, one platform, interoperable by design, settlement finality, two-tier settlement finality, two-tier settlement, and atomic settlement. The inbridge is the vehicle that we intend to use for this purpose. The fundamental system does not make use of XRP. The mechanism that we employ is identical to the one that is utilized for the XRP ledger. It is the CBDC that would be in question. This is the reason why the central bank would create their own coin, such as a digital version of the euro or dollar, subject to the market conditions. Consequently, this transforms into a digital asset to be the first coin ever used. It is true that this is the native coin. Now, if you are considering CBDC that will be imported from another country, XRP could prove to be an advantageous option. In the event that you possess a digital dollar, a digital real, or a digital pound, it is necessary to have a means by which you can send and receive money internationally. The bias refer to this as what? My belief is that it is a multi-CBDC scheme. To move from one to the other, one possibility is to make use of a bridge coin that is neutral. For example, the concept TI. TI discussed previously with regard to our on-demand funding sources. However, XRP is not even close to being a part of the primary business. It is the CBDC token that was initially created. There are three primary concepts that underpin the inbridge. When we were younger, we believed that it was essential to do more than merely ponder. Particularly with regard to Project inbridge, there's a great deal going on, and there are a number of digital currency systems that are managed by central banks and that enable spending over international borders. It is common knowledge that Ripple is concerned about this. Either they are sitting at this table or they are on the board. The lengthy table is there for a specific reason. This week, you should keep a close eye on these three alternative cryptocurrencies. They are Ghost, Solana, and Link. It appeals to me. Simply put, I adore it. To my dear Solana, it is becoming more powerful. When we arrived, which was around 130, you looked very stunning for us. Phantom, we have not made any contact with him. There had already been a significant increase in Chainlink. The question of whether or not we will see that fix is something that we should be keeping an eye on right now with Chainlink. As time goes on, whatever goes up will eventually make its way back down to the finish line. Bricks made of Lego with digital assets such as a project and a bridge Lego bricks and digital elements are both included. There is a structure for digital commodities, so pay attention to it. In addition to our own digital asset framework, the regulatory body and the organization that oversees the Qatar Financial Center have also established their own implementations. They have accomplished this with the assistance of the Central Bank of Qatar. The digital asset lab that we are about to build will particularly investigate these use cases in